Welcome to Chrysippus, where chilling tales and eerie stories from the darkest corners of my imagination come to life. If you enjoy the thrill of a good scare, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling content. Disclaimer: this is my first step in creating content, so I apologize if the video isn't perfect. I'm eager to hear your suggestions, so feel free to share any feedback you have. Thanks for being here.
The Haunting of Room 7. Miss Ellen Hayes was a seasoned teacher at Rosewood Elementary. She had seen all sorts of students come and go, but none quite like Henry Lawson. Henry was peculiar. He wore the same clothes every day, a neat, classic outfit from the 1950s, pressed shorts, knee-high socks, a crisp button-up shirt, and a neatly combed side part in his hair. He never spoke much, always polite, and seemed strangely out of place among his classmates. One morning, Ellen couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The other children teased Henry for his outdated clothes, but it was more than that. There was a coldness to him, a sense of detachment. He moved through the classroom like a shadow. Curiosity turned to concern, and Ellen decided to contact his parents. When she called the number listed on the school records, a soft, monotonous voice answered. It was his mother, who spoke in a way that felt distant and old-fashioned. She invited Ellen to visit any time, a statement that only deepened Ellen's unease. Several days passed. One afternoon, Henry left school as usual, but Ellen felt a strange compulsion to follow him. Keeping a safe distance, she watched as he walked, not toward the bus stop, but down an old abandoned street. He stopped at a house that looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. Its paint was peeling, the windows were dusty, and the garden was overgrown. Henry vanished inside without a glance back. Ellen stood there, staring at the house. She decided to return the next day, bringing a peace offering, chocolate for Henry. The following afternoon, clutching the chocolate, she knocked on the door. After a moment, it creaked open, revealing a woman who did not match the voice she had heard on the phone. This woman was lively, dressed in modern clothes, and looked puzzled. "Can I help you?" she asked. "Yes, I'm Miss Hayes, Henry's teacher. I was hoping to visit him and his parents," Ellen said, glancing nervously at the chocolate in her hands. The woman's expression changed to one of confusion. "I'm sorry, but there's no one named Henry living here. I've been the only one in this house for years." Ellen felt a cold chill run down her spine. "But I saw him come in here yesterday." The woman frowned, but then offered a small, almost knowing smile. "Why don't you come in for some tea? We can talk." Reluctantly, Ellen accepted. The woman led her through the house, a perfectly normal home with cozy, modern furnishings. But as they moved deeper, Ellen noticed a door at the end of the hallway, slightly ajar. It seemed different, older, untouched by time. The woman led her inside, revealing a small room filled with old relics, antique toys, yellowing newspapers, and a collection of black and white photographs. Ellen's eyes were drawn to one particular photo in a black frame. It was Henry, standing beside a man and a woman, his parents. The same neat 1950s outfit, the same detached expression. Her hands trembled as she picked it up. She turned the photo over, and there it was, written in faded ink. 13 Mayo, 1957. Ellen gasped. Her mind raced as the woman watched her silently. This can't be. He's in my class," Ellen stammered. The woman finally spoke, her voice now eerily calm. "You're not the first to see them, you know. The Lawsons lived here many years ago, but they've been gone for a long time. Sometimes they return, but only for a while. and they always leave a mark. Ellen's heart pounded in her chest. She turned to leave, but the woman blocked her path, her eyes now dark and somber. "You've seen them, Miss Hayes. That means they've chosen you." In a panic, Ellen pushed past the woman and fled the house. She didn't stop running until she reached the school. She burst into her classroom, half expecting to see Henry at his desk. But it was empty, his seat tucked neatly beneath the table. The next day, she searched through the school's records. There was no trace of Henry Lawson, no enrollment forms, no contact information, nothing. It was as if he had never existed. Weeks passed, and Ellen tried to forget. But every so often she would find a small, cold handprint on her classroom window, or hear the faint rustle of pressed shorts walking down the hallway. The mark of the Lawsons had been left on her, and now they would haunt her every step. And in the silence of the night, when the wind blew just right, she could almost hear the distant laughter of a child lost in time, echoing from 1957.